Hey everybody, Who's Your Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm talking episode 6 of season 6 of Arrow, Promises Kept. This is the second part and wrap up of our little mini Deathstroke story here, and I gotta say, it's really, really good stuff. The whole theme about how sons end up emulating their fathers, and about the example that you need to set for them. And that's really, really a prominent theme here. I mean, obviously, we see how in the past Slade failed and his son ended up emulating the worst aspects of himself. You know, the man he was under the effects of Mirakuru, his worst self. And Oliver, here we see him, celebrating the choice that he's made to step away from being Green Arrow and to embrace being a father as his primary duty. And we see that it's working. His son is happy. His son is bonded with him. You know, they have a good relationship. His relationship with Felicity is flourishing. And then we see John. He's also there, dealing with the consequences of making some seriously bad choices, really, really ticking off his wife. And you can tell that, what kind of example when John Jr. comes out to give him a hug, you can kind of tell that, what kind of example would I be setting for him in regards to the choices I've been making lately. And thankfully, John realizes that, yeah, I've been making some really bad calls, especially the whole thing with, Diaz and the drugs. And he comes clean with Lila, he comes clean with the rest of the team, and yeah, people aren't exactly happy with him, but they understand. I mean, everyone understands. Everybody's made bad mistakes. And I like how Curtis points out, it's like, dude, why the heck didn't you come to me for help? If I can get Felicity to walk, I should be able to figure out how to deal with a tremor in your hand. And the way they resolved the whole situation with Renee, him being the one who got hurt the most because of what John did. Him saying, you know what, you have saved my life way more times than you've almost gotten me killed, so we're good. And I love that moment with Dinah where he basically says, no more secrets between the two of us. And of course, she's got a secret. I mean, just so nicely done. And man, this was a really great episode with Manu Bennett. I mean, he really was given some great material to work with, and he really just absolutely sold it. And there were rumors going around for quite a long time that he was not happy with the way his character had been portrayed in the Oliver and Thea go to Lian Yu episode, and was kind of a little bit on the outs with the creative team of Arrow. But apparently, if there was ever any credence to that, things have gotten patched up, and yeah, I mean, Slade gets some really, really juicy stuff to work with here. Nods to his past. We hear a little music from season 2. We even get a little nod to that booze that he likes. And, we have evil Shadow popping up in his head, urging him to do awful things again, just like in the past. I mean, it's really, really nicely done. And I do like how at the end of it he basically says, that Deathstroke is dead. Deathstroke, the murderer, the monster, the man that, Joe thought that's who his father was. That's who he thought he should be, who he wanted to be. And him not taking that his father is not that person terribly well. And of course, that also makes it very interesting when he mentions that, hey, you have another son out there, Grant, which, well, if we remember Legends of Tomorrow, Grant and his own little crew of Mirakuru soldiers ravaged the living hell out of Star City. So, yikes, that future looks like it still might be out there. So, yeah, very, very interesting ramifications there. Also, it kind of makes me wonder if, well, maybe if they're going to kind of switch things around a little bit, have Grant be Joe be the sort of very physical character, the original Ravager, and maybe have it be Grant who's the sort of person with the psychic powers, the Jericho. Now, the Grant we saw in Legends of Tomorrow was nothing like that, but, thanks to Flashpoint, who knows what's going to happen. And let's see. Oh yeah, and watching Felicity and William play one of the Injustice games, that was a cute moment. That was very nice. In fact, if I remember right, Stephen Amell actually came in and did the voice of sort of an alternate, unlockable, downloadable version of Green Arrow, and did all of his lines, which if you go hunt it up on YouTube, some of them are great. It's so great to hear them coming out of Stephen Amell's mouth. My favorite one is where like Green Arrow, the Oliver Queen, like the Arrow version of Green Arrow, fights Sinestro, and like Sinestro just comes out and says to him, "You fight with a toy," which Oliver responds with, "You fight with jewelry." Just like, oh, that's a good one. That's great, and that's exactly the kind of thing that CW versus Oliver would say. Yeah, that's so nice. I really kind of hope in some way, shape, or form they officially like give a designation to the CW verse in in the DC universe proper. That would be great. I mean, heck, we've got Earth X. Why not find some reason to call it Earth CW? That would be beautiful. Yeah, okay, guys. I'm going to call it here. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Hoosier Jedi. And please also join me on Tumblr at Jedi Reviewer. Until next time, take care and have a good one.